Hey there, my friend. Welcome. It's Dr. Anthony Balduzzi from the Fit Father Project and the Fit Mother Project. In today's video, we're going to cover some variations on how to do the Skullcrushers, which is one of the most iconic triceps motions that you see people doing in gyms all over the world. So in today's video, we're going to show you how to do it with a barbell or an easy bar, or basically a straight bar, as well as dumbbells, some of the pros and cons of the two different forms, and some key form points that are going to make this exercise even more effective for hitting your triceps. I know you're going to learn a ton. Get out your pen and paper, take some notes. Let's dive on in.
FitFatherProject.com.
All right, so the Skullcrushers, essentially, also known as a French press, is an exercise that involves having some kind of back support. You're gonna be lying down and you're gonna be extending overhead. I'm gonna show you first using a straight bar. So we don't actually have an easy bar in our home gym, but this is what an easy bar looks like. You can see it featured on the screen. It's one of those wavy cambered bars, and this is the bar that most people use to do Skullcrushers. It's a great bar, it's good on your wrist, but I'm just gonna demonstrate here with a shorter weighted bar as opposed to a full barbell. You can absolutely use a full barbell, it just gets a little wonky when you have a super long bar on Skullcrushers. This is a little bit of a medium kind of compromise, if you will. So I have a bench, it's set up on flat, and I have my bar. I'm gonna roll back like this. First thing with Skullcrusher, I want you to plant your feet, get a nice stable base, press overhead. The first question is how wide should we grip? Because you see people do super wide grips here, and you see people do super narrow grips. My recommendation is to do a grip that aligns your arm with your shoulder, because I want to create just a nice, stable position here. And the next thing I want you to do is, a lot of people you see have their wrists broken back like this. I want you to straighten your wrist, to stack everything just like this, and to keep that wrist strong throughout the motion. You're going to take a deep breath in. You're going to lower the bar right to your forehead, right to here. You're gonna pause and you come right on up just like this. Down, squeezing the bar, right on up. A mistake that people make is they turn it into a pullover. A pullover, when the lats are activated, is when that bar is gliding really far on back and the lats and the pecs are pulling over here. The Skullcrushers is a triceps motion, so the action is coming from the elbow joint. So watch, right here, all the motion's not coming from the upper arm, it's coming from the elbow joint, right down to here to the skull, if you will, and we're pressing right on up. And again, you can play with a little more of a narrow grip too, up to you, wherever it's comfortable. You're keeping that wrist nice and straight. You're squeezing the bar, touching, coming right on up, stacking, extending, flexing the triceps, coming right on down. This is a motion that you don't have to go super heavy on, but I do want you to focus on having a great contraction all the way through the motion, right down to here, pause, right back up, fire, squeeze those triceps, come right on down. Notice how I'm not breaking my wrist like this. I'm keeping it in the wrist in a degree of flexion, so it's all stacked right up here. That actually hits your triceps even harder. Coming on down, pause, right on up. And I'll show you a couple more bad reps. A bad rep would be something that's like this, where I'm getting a lot of English from my lats. Good reps, right here, down, pause, right on up. So a lot of people think that you absolutely need to be using a straight bar to do Skullcrushers. It's a great way to do it, but the dumbbells are in a lot of ways even more effective. So what I like to do when I'm doing the dumbbell variation is to get some fat grips to make the grip a little bit fatter than the normal dumbbell. This allows you to really squeeze that dumbbell, get a good grip, which activates the entire arm. So I'm gonna get these two, and I'm gonna squeeze them hard. I'm gonna roll back into good position. I'm gonna press them overhead. Now there's a choice you can make here. You can keep a neutral grip just like this, or you can turn like this and kind of mimic the bar. I think it's a little more natural to keep this kind of neutral hammer grip and to come right outside your head. But same principles apply. Shoulder is stacked, wrist is stacked, everything's straight. Taking a deep breath in. All the motion's coming from that upper arm. I'm pausing right here. You can see how the dumbbells at this point are at the side of my head, and I'm extending overhead, squeezing the triceps just like this. Coming on down, pause, hold, fire right on up. The reason the dumbbell Skullcrusher is very effective is because I have to stabilize both of these dumbbells as opposed to the bar, where both of them are working together. And this is an exercise I like to go nice and slow, control, pause, fire, right on up, squeeze. And again, if you were to do a rep like this, you'd be here, you'd come on down, right to here, pause, come right on up. For me, it's not quite as comfortable on the wrist. So Those are two variations of how to do the skull crusher, aka the French press. Really great exercise. Personally, I like to throw this towards the end of my workout, depending on what kind of training program I'm on a setup with, whether it's a push day or if I'm doing full body or an upper body day. This is a motion that I don't think it's necessary to go super heavy on, because many of your main compound pressing motions, whether it's dumbbell or barbell bench press, overhead pressing, dips, etc., you're going heavy on. This is more of an isolation movement in the sense that we're really making sure that the motion's coming from the elbow joint, not like a heavy pullover. So I recommend it's a little easier on your elbow to not go super heavy, to go a little bit higher rep, so anywhere from like the 8 up to the 20 reps. Really great for the skulls. You see the classic variation where a lot of people do, 21s on the bicep curls, and they superset with 21s on the skull crushers, which is like doing 7 reps on the bottom, 7 reps on the top, 7 full reps. I don't think that's really necessary. It's great for getting a good pump. Just pick a weight, get full range of motion, contract that triceps all the way through, and you can see even doing from a couple reps, like my arms are already feeling stronger and more pumped, but just squeeze. Go through and try both the easy bar, straight bar, as well as the dumbbell variations. And I would say 3 sets of anywhere from the 8 to the 20 rep range. Really great way to use this exercise. I hope you found this valuable. If you have any comments, questions, hit us up in the description below. We are the Fit Father Project and the Fit Mother Project, the health experts for busy moms and dads who want to get strong, lose weight, and stay healthy for their families. So if you like exercise tutorials like this, you want more of these, check out our channel. We literally have hundreds of exercise video tutorials. We also have tutorials on healthy eating, how to get and stay motivated, how to lose fat, how to build muscle. We have everything covered on the channel. So if you like stuff like this, check out our channel, hit the subscribe button, and we hope to see you around the channel and talk to you very soon. Drop a comment below, and we'd love to hear from you, and I'll see you around the channel, my friend.